Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Webcam Startup Live Model Help Show presented by me and Katy. I'm Aerie Saunders. I am the CEO of webcamstartup.com, and I am a cam model, clip producer, phone sex provider, just like all that stuff, all the things.
Oh, hi. I guess I'm the only other person to introduce myself. I was waiting for someone else to go next. I'm Katy Churchill. I am a news writer for Webcam Startup. However, I am primarily a cam model, fetish filmmaker, independent porn producer, phone sex operator, Snapchat slut, OnlyFans slut. If it's naked and on the internet and people are paying for it, I'm probably there.
So today we will be talking about diversifying and maintaining your income, which is a very important thing as a cam model, a clip producer, phone sex operator, all of the things in the indie adult industry, due to the fact that we are self-employed. So nobody's really paying us on the clock. We need to figure out how to scale our business by ourselves. We need to figure out how to manage our hours by ourselves, and we need to figure out the best way to market ourselves in order to make the most money that we can, because you can do that. That's hot.
I just realized I didn't have the live comments thing up, so I wouldn't be able to see if people were asking questions. Yeah, and you're getting no makeup from me today because I got my IUD in this morning, and you know what? I'm not feeling 100%. Got some cramping and stuff from it, so you're getting my naked face, but I feel like talking to my kind of coworkers and colleagues, that's okay. I'm not trying to sell you on me as your perfect fantasy girlfriend. I'm just trying to help you out with some tips and tricks that I've learned over the years.
I'm wearing a Christmas hat for you.
Yeah, and Aerie's cute as fuck as usual.
So our first topic is diversifying your income. So the first part of that, there's multiple parts, obviously, to diversifying your income. But the first thing we're going to cover is being on multiple sites and the fact that it is important, especially with sites that have their own internal traffic. So in order to discuss that a little bit further, we should talk about what it means for a site to have internal traffic. So what is the difference between an indie site and a big box site? So these big box sites, they pay, usually the clip standard is about 60%, and then the cam standard is about 50%, unless you're a streammate. But basically these sites...
Not to call anyone out or anything, but streammate.
So basically these big box sites, they pay you a little bit less of a percentage due to the fact that they claim that a percentage of that income that they're taking is going towards them buying traffic and getting traffic on the site, which in turn earns you more money. So basically, you're investing into your product, you're investing in putting your product in front of more people. Whereas an indie site is based more on your own personal traffic. And these sites usually pay out higher, anywhere from 80 to 90%, although there's some awkward ones that are in the
70
middle.
to about 90%. 70 to 90 is fairly standard. Anything that you're seeing higher than 90, I would question their long-term stability as a platform, because that's a lot to be handing out, just because they still have their own expenses. 70% is kind of on the lower end. Most of them years ago started at about 75. And since then, we've seen it go up as we've had more people move into the indie space. And the big difference is, so for example, you get 50% on Chatterbait. So let's take it from Chatterbait to Cam Model Directory. Well, no, Cam Model Directory is a bad example because it's been around for so long. It's got its own live cam model shows. That's where I run a lot of my stuff through. So Chatterbait has white labels. They have affiliate links for models, and they have affiliate links for webmasters or kind of anybody else who thinks that they have a source of traffic that they can drive to Chatterbait for people to pay. So all the 50% that Chatterbait takes is partly taken up with supporting the actual platform. It takes a fuck ton of technical shit, things that I do not know, for example, to support a platform that has thousands of people streaming live, hundreds of thousands of people probably online browsing at any time, as well as payment processing. But part of that 50% also goes to paying out the commissions for people who are bringing traffic to the site. When you look at a site like Live Cam Model Shows or Cam Model Directory, Cam Model Directories, so Cam Model Directory pays out 75% on your first X amount, but they pay out 75%. So that 25% that they take, that's payment processing and supporting the site. But that 25% that they tack on top of what Chatterbait is paying you is essentially saying, okay, but you have to bring your own traffic, because we're no longer taking this 25% and paying it out to people who are driving traffic. So yes, you make more money, but you also do have to take on more of the work of driving traffic for an independent site. So the difference is, and I mean, it's a little different as sites have scuffled around and as social media has become bigger and bigger, but if you can sit in your cam room and turn on your camera and wait, that is not going to be an independent site. If you are secure in the knowledge, or you know that you can turn on your camera and people are going to come to your cam room with no effort on your part, it might not be a lot of people. You might be on page 7. Don't look at me like that. But there is going to be traffic. There are people already browsing. An independent site, you're going to have to find people. And maybe you do that by looking at something like Juicy Ads or Diva Traffic, or buying ads through another source, or if you do Twitter, if you're in retweet groups, if you have your own website, that kind of thing. If you're bringing people to you primarily, then that's a more independent site. Aerie.
There's also a fantastic opportunity for middle ground, and we are going to get further into affiliate stuff a little later into the show, but I do just want to add, there actually are sites like Chatterbait and StreamMate that, since you bring your own traffic, they'll give you a specific link that tracks to you that like notes like, hey, I brought this person. And if you use that link, they actually reward you by giving you an increased percentage, and anything that member spends on other models, they will also reward you with a percentage of that. So if you're someone who wants to take advantage of a higher percentage and you want to be indie, but you aren't sure if you're ready to take the full dive into it, using a site that has a referral program for members can be super helpful in kind of just tracking how successful you would be if you did go indie.
Mm-hmm.
So now that you kind of know the difference, indie sites pay a little more, don't really have traffic, and then big box sites have traffic and pay less. We're going to talk about a good formula for success. So a good formula for success will generally be one indie branded site. This is where you're going to offer your cam shows, your clips, basically any of your services people kind of like pay one and done for. And then your one fan club. They can be the same platform if the platform has fan club and a thing for selling clips and cam shows, but generally a lot of them don't. So it's good to have your one fan club, and then as many clip sites and cam sites with internal traffic as you can. Now, this is going to come down to how much effort are you willing to put in. Like, if you can only emotionally handle uploading to like 2 or 3 sites, do those 2 or 3 sites, because consistency is a big part of maintaining your success.
So for clip sites, first of all, I love filming. I fucking hate all the admin that goes with clip sites. I do 3, and I consider them the big 3. Clips for sale, you have to upload to Clips for Sale, please. If you make any kind of fetish content and you're not uploading to Clips for Sale, stop it.
And if you're not making fetish content, we're going to talk about it later, but
if you're not making fetish content, Clips for Sale is a little tougher to get big in vanilla categories, but for fetish especially, they have so much internal traffic. Their way of sorting clips for customers to find content they like versus just a model they like is just, there are many things I dislike about Clips for Sale, but for fetish, it's number 1. I Want Clips is very easy to upload to, and also you can use the preview that their really nice preview generator lets you create. You can download that bitch and use it on the other site. So I always upload to I Want Clips first. so I can steal that video preview and the GIF and use it on the other pages. Aerie's laughing like this is some big secret, but hey, I'm too lazy to make my own preview for every video. I'm too lazy to make my own GIF. Look, here's the thing that'll let me just click it, it's done. And then ManyVids, which ManyVids.
We have a lot to say about that, but we'll just shorten it with MV Social has.
Stop trying to make fetch happen, dear fucking Jesus. But anyway.
Internal traffic isn't great over there currently.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, Aerie, the live chat thing disappeared.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Like, it's still showing for me. What do you mean it disappeared?
Okay, well then you have to keep an eye on live chat because it just vanished for me.
Okay, let me know when it comes back from the dead.
Hi, we're good at technology. We spend our entire lives and our careers on the internet. Oh, it's back. What the fuck? Okay, sorry. Hi. We know how things work.
Continue your train of thought.
Oh yeah, so those three, and it's really easy. Same title, same description, stick it in the same categories, just copy and paste across everything. And all three more or less allow the same stuff. I Want Clips has recently taken out some categories, but for the most part, Clips for Sale and ManyVids have the same categories. I don't think I've ever had anything that could go on one but not the others. Oh, except for Fake Blood, which ManyVids allows, but Clips for Sale does not. So yeah, for Clip Sale, and that's just really easy. Bam, it's on all three. And if you're using the same titles and descriptions, you don't have to worry that someone will accidentally buy the same clip on a different page. They all have different demographics on them, which I think is important because they all advertise differently. And because the payout percentage is the same on all of them, like just knock it out. So,
and pro tip, create a Word document or a Google document or a document with your title and your description. And then if a new wonderful site pops up in the future, you'll just have your own little catalog of all your titles and descriptions that are easy to copy and paste.
Whoa. That's a very smart tip that I don't do.
You're welcome.
So yeah, clip sites, it's really easy to be on multiple clip sites.
It is.
Would you like to talk about multiple cam sites?
So campsites, it's not as easy to be on multiple campsites unless you split. But splitting, we pretty much never recommend splitting because not only is it overwhelming for you as the person broadcasting because you're entertaining not just one, but two, or maybe even three rooms full of people, or maybe not full of people, but you're still like up here, like clicking tabs, like who's saying what? Someone says hi, 2 minutes goes by before you get to them and they're like, peace out, you're ignoring me. It also gets overwhelming for the viewer because of the fact that there's so much going on and they can't see like who's asking what, why are you talking? Are you talking to me or are you talking to this other person? So it gets harder to do cam sites and spread yourself out across them. But cam sites are a very good way. Yeah, we heard you open the can, Katy.
It's Diet Coke, it's fine.
Campsites are a great way to get traffic, and arguably, if you are consistent on a campsite, they can honestly bring you even more traffic than clip sites can, just for the fact that these people are people who will become more into you as a person than the categories you're putting out. So a lot of these campsites, you can pick up supporters that are going to support all of your things because they love your personality, your glowing, wonderful personality. But managing your time is a big concern when it comes to spreading your time on campsites because you have to dedicate at the very least 2 hours into a cam shift to really say you gave it a shot, unfortunately. The thing about being self-employed and being a cam model is we get to pick our own hours. And a lot of us, I'm guilty of it, I'm sure Katy is too, are not actually that great at maintaining consistent hours and long durations of time when we get online. But if you don't do that, you can't say that you're putting in 100% effort. So on that note, if you want to try camming on multiple sites to scoop up all that different traffic, a good system that I've found works well is doing a private-based site and then a token-based site. So you kind of have catering to the two different crowds that there are when it comes to cams, and then either alternating days or getting online on one site for an hour, hour and a half. And then if you haven't made, because you should have like, not necessarily like a set goal, but once you cam enough, you'll get an idea of how a show is going to go, unless like some magical thing happens and someone comes in and makes it rain on you. Especially on private-based sites, you get a better idea of how a show is going to go. Probably like within an hour, you can say like, this probably isn't going to be my highest earning day. And then you can switch over to the other site. So either way, whatever you choose to do, you can do different days, or you can kind of switch off in the same day. But maintaining multiple campsites, it's hard. You can also invest all of your time into one campsite, but just make sure that campsite is good, is bringing you traffic, and you aren't just like, lighting your time and efforts on fire by using that one site.
Yeah, and make sure, even if you do decide to focus all of your energy on one site, have open accounts on other sites, so that if SM glitch occurs, I feel like we're just picking on StreamMate. Hi, StreamMate. Are you having a great day? Not anymore. But if you have a site that has problems, or you suddenly find your followers drop there, you have somewhere else to go where your ID is already verified, you've got a profile set up, you've got photos, and you're ready to go.
Okay, so Catherine said she knows how we feel about StreamMate. You say that, but I still cam on their damn sites.
And you know what? I still put in so I am like 90 whatever percent indie, but I still have a profile on StreamMate, and I still cam on there for about 2 to 3 hours every other week, 2-3 times a month. Because for me, at least, doing that, and this is something you can do as well if you have 2 campsites, is just go on there every once in a while. And if your name is the same on all campsites, it'll just be like another place for people to find you. And then if they're like, man, I haven't seen that Katy Churchill girl in a while, they Google me, and then they're like, oh, because she's over here. Let me go spend my money there.
Traffic. But any suggestions on uploading content on there? So StreamMate isn't focused on content. They don't have like a content directory. They don't have anything like the clip sites have. So basically, the content you upload, the way that you're going to get it in front of people's faces is being online and saying, hey guys, look at my video library. Or you can also alternatively run shows or offer video rewards for getting shows with you as a little incentive. But it's definitely not clip driven. Like, they added it, but it's definitely not like a big.
And it's also incredibly frustrating because you can't upload content that you've made with anyone else unless you have a group or couples streaming account, which like I have a solo one because I've only ever by myself on StreamMate. I've never streamed with anyone. But then they have that rule, but also some people just have an add a performer thing, and they have to go through the StreamMate verification process. Even though like I shot with people like years ago, but I have their ID. I have them holding their ID. I've got 2 forms of government ID. I've got a form signed, a model release, and StreamMate's like, nah, fam, we don't want you to sell your boy-girl content that goes like hotcakes and that people keep asking about. We're not interested in having that because
No, when they first launched it, I threw a fit, and I got the ability to add performers to my account.
Yeah, because they turned her into not a solo account anymore, I think, is how it happened. But yeah. Just don't worry about uploading StreamMate content.
So you don't know how to upload to Clips for Sale or verify that it's on the site. So to verify that it's on the site, when you're on your Clips for Sale dashboard, there should be a button in the top left corner that says View Clip Store. Click it. If it's there, it's uploaded. Congratulations, you did it. You can also go to the Clips category thing. It looks like a little, what is this thing called? You know what I'm trying to do? Alligator.
No, I don't.
Don't. It's like the movie thing that makes the click noise. You like open.
I think it's called a clapperboard.
Yeah, whatever the hell that is. If you go there, there's different options that will pop up once you get into that tab, and there should be list clips. You can also see if it's published within there. Now, to upload it, there's 2 ways to upload it. You can use their mass uploader, or you can do the, I don't know what I'm going to call it.
Log into your dashboard on the left-hand side. Oh God, what does it say? Hang on, I've got mine open. Whoa, I'm coming through the light again. Sorry, guys. I just got this new ring light and it forces me to like dive through it. Okay, so on the on the left hand, am I too loud now? On the left hand side, when you're in your clips for sale store administration area, on the left hand side, you can't do this on mobile, by the way. Do not ever try to upload anything to clips for sale on mobile. It is a curse. Don't ask me how I know. There's all those like stupid ass banners. Then it says, "Dear studio owners, bullshit, thank you, Neil." There's a thing that says store owner news /updates, and it says, "Welcome to the new studio admin." It's been saying that for 4 years now. It's very new. But it says, "For instructions on how to set up your clip store, click here." That has a really good tutorial thingy.
But yeah, basically you can just click that little clips button with the little.
Yeah, that's how you can verify. But the whole part about like setting up and making sure that you're putting stuff in the right category and how to upload, if you go to that spot on the left-hand side where it says, "Welcome to the new studio page." Yeah, it's been at least 4 years since it said that.
You're a beta tester for Splitstream and use SplitCam software. Yep, we actually covered that. We have info about it on Webcam Startup for anyone else who's interested in splitting. I've personally never been someone who recommends splitting, but if you do want to split, it is a very good software, and I believe our contributor, Alec Hardy, is actually giving it a try, so he should have some feedback on it at some point. What are good private sites? So all the token sites have a private option, but they are not good private sites. I would personally say the best private sites are probably Streamate, I'm Live, and Cams. Cams is all right.
Cams.com, which is now Flirt for Free.
Is it Flirt for Free?
Didn't Flirt for Free buy them?
I can't verify that, so I'm not sure. But Cams is good, and they also have a referral program. You make 100% on your referrals for their first 6 months on the site. So 100% payout. That's pretty dope. And then whoop, literally missed that y'all went live because you were busy watching old episodes of the podcast. Screw the podcast. Screw those people. Me and Katy are the best. Just
dude, we are those people.
Love you guys. Okay. Anyway, back to where we were. Where were we? I get off track. Oh, okay.
We just talked about having multiple cam sites.
Okay, so drive your traffic as a model that you have, whether it be through social media or whatever, wherever you're getting your traffic from, and the traffic that you're absorbing from these sites that have their own internal traffic, drive your traffic to the higher percentage payout sites. So the indie sites, the sites that are paying out more, your one fan club and your one indie clip or cam site, by rerouting other low percentage sites. So on all of these sites, they allow you to link your social media, and a lot of them
on the indie sites. Yeah, never mind. Good morning. Hi, I'm just over here trying to figure out who bought cams.com.
You made me lose my train of thought, like completely. Like my train just like boop, boop.
I'm just here to like throw a little chaos into the mix, really.
Okay, and a lot of these sites also have a spot for you to put your personal website. So personal branded websites where you decide where to direct your traffic are important. Who bought Cams?
Nobody did. I'm an idiot. They bought naked.com and Camper and Campbell's. But yeah, they bought Naked. I'm sorry. My bad. Moving on. Branded websites. La-di-da.
So personal branded websites are where you are going to get your SEO value. You're going to want to be the most popular search engine result. And this is going to help you because you can also put this website in on any of the other websites that you're on that allow a link. And when you set up your website, you are then able to obviously promote the links that you prefer. So the higher payout sites. You can put all of your links. I choose to do that. I do them in order of which I would prefer you to go to. But it's good for that, and it's good for if somebody searches you on Google, because like Katy said, she hops on Streamate every once in a while, and people are like, oh, where'd Katy Churchill go? They search Katy Churchill, and then boom shakalaka. You want the Katy Churchill site with your preferred links to be one of the first things to pop up, as opposed to like the things that predominantly rank are ManyVids, Pornhub. Yeah. Those are the things that are going to rank high because they have tons of traffic, tons of clicks. So
if you search Katy Churchill, I think, although maybe not anymore because I haven't touched my website in a long time, please don't go to it. It is bad at the moment because I tried to change part of it and it broke. So
I'm pretty proud of Saunders.com if you guys want to check that out.
It's on my list of things to do this week is fix the part I broke. But if you're one of the best things for SEO, which by the way is search engine optimization, it means kind of the steps that you take to rank better in search results for certain things. But if you Google Katy Churchill, I own katychurchill.com. That is my personal branded website. A domain name like that is a really great SEO thing. And that's part of the reason that ManyVids has those vanity things of like katychurchill.manyvids.com, because for them, that's really great SEO right there. So that's one of the reasons that they have those vanity URLs. And it's one of the reasons that getting your own personal branded website can be so valuable. And even if you decide not to use the site because you're not comfortable building one, or you don't know how, or you feel like you don't really have anything to put on it, you can do a redirect to a place of your choice. And maybe that's your clips for sale. Maybe it's your cam site. You know, I know a lot of girls who have, Amy Page, no, I don't think amypage.com. I don't think she ever had that. But at one point she was going to buy like sexyamypage.com or something and have it redirect to her night flirt profile, because she'd get all the SEO if people searched her name, and it would take them to the place where she does most of her business.
And another cool feature about domain names like that is you can actually choose to do masking, so it can look even more professional, like you have your own setup. So you could forward to, say, ManyVids, clips for sale, I want clips, whatever the fuck. And you can choose to do forward with masking, and then you would choose the title that pops up on the top of the page. You can also choose keywords for it, and then when they go into it, it doesn't change the redirect link to like ManyVids. It's going to stay your pretty personal domain link. Although I wouldn't suggest doing this with clips for sale, because when you click on a video and clips for sale, when you go through it that way, the masking doesn't change. Like it doesn't direct to the thing.
But yeah, masking isn't that important. I have masking for my skype.katychurchill.com and customvideo.katychurchill.com, just because the URLs of them are so fucking hideous because they're through live cam model shows, and they're like all the way down the whole.
You need a site building masterclass. So I use Wix. You don't need a masterclass to use Wix. Everybody hates on my Wix, but you know what? It's so goddamn easy. I can put in
any time. That is a platform that could say no adult stuff, get the fuck out.
That is true. They could say no adult stuff, get the fuck out.
I'm with an adult friendly hosting provider and I use WordPress. I have a slight advantage in that I did a lot of computer science in high school, but then again, that was a long fucking time ago. Like I graduated, to put this in perspective for anybody who's like, oh, you did computer science in high school, therefore you must understand computers. Instagram had not been created when I graduated university. So like, let's just put this on a timeline, shall we? But I did have some website experience, but we could definitely do one about like kind of things you should have in your website, the most important things to have in your website, and how to kind of make like a.
Yeah, we got to do just an SEO episode. I think that should be our next one. That should probably be our next one. Okay, so personal website as opposed to white labeling. Personally, I think you should have both, actually. If you're going to do white labeling, you should have your personal website, and your white label doesn't necessarily have to be affiliated with you as your brand. You could make it its own brand, or within your own website, you could have a link off to your white label. But on your own personal website, you should always be using your affiliate links if you have affiliate links on the sites that you're on. So that kind of gives you like the affiliate sway as far as that goes. But I don't think they're like kind of the same thing, but they're not the same thing.
Yeah, so personal website, has all of your information. It's not just about getting someone to a cam place, or like, it's not about necessarily earning income directly from that site. It's about having all of the locations that people can then go to for you to earn money from. My adult friendly host, I'm currently with Certified Hosting. I think that's what they're called. I think they may have changed names.
So you work for My Dirty Hobby, but can't figure out how to find the IBN number in order to receive your paycheck.
What the fuck's an IBN number?
I was just thinking that. I have no idea what that is.
Are you an international model who's trying to fill out that weird tax exemption, like a W6E or something? Is that what you are, Catherine? Quick, Aerie. Find out.
I'm sure she'll answer. I think your chat actually loads before mine does, so you'll probably know first.
Well, I've lost live comments again, so I can't.
She said yes.
It keeps like appearing and then disappearing.
Said yes.
Okay, so if you're an international model and you're trying, I wish I could pull that up on my screen, but it's on that computer. If you're an international model and it's asking for like your international tax number or something, put in whatever the fuck your country, okay, sorry, that sounded rude. Whatever your country has. And now, if you're talking about the IBAN number for your bank, you're gonna have to ask your bank. But if it's saying like you need an international tax identification number or something, like an ITIN or something, just put in, like I put it, and I'm from Canada, so I just put my social insurance number in there. But I don't know what the IBN is.
Please do an SEO episode.
Oh God, we're gonna have to.
Yeah, you got it, Lindsay. I guess the next one's going to have to be SEO because we keep fucking talking about it. Katy's like, I'm going to kill myself.
I have to do SEO stuff every friggin' day for the news.
All right. And is IBN the Swift number? Oh, it might be the Swift number.
Okay. So what you want to do for that is go to your bank's website and Google wire transfer information, and it'll give you all the shit that you need to know. It'll have the Swift and the IBN and the IBAN and the blah, 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 the BAC or whatever.
So our second topic, now that we've covered diversifying and kind of getting your shit set up, now we're talking about maintaining your income. You got your setup, you know where you're uploading, where you're streaming. So now you got to maintain that shit. Having an idea of supply and demand will help you be more successful at making consistent money.
And in order to do this, before she even starts, you have to track where your money comes from. Now, you should do this anyway because you're going to have to do it at the end of the year for taxes. So, but keeping track of which sites are the most financially profitable, because a lot of times we're like, oh yeah, no, this site, I definitely make more money. And then when you actually add it up, you're like, no, I don't. Not that that ever happened to me personally.
So knowing where to invest your time is what's important. So my example was, if you make farting videos and burping videos, because we love fetish videos in this house, and you're making $100 a month on your farting videos, and you're making $50 a month on your burping videos, and you have time today to make one video, which video do you make, Katy?
I mean, I'd make the burping one because it would mean I suddenly develop the ability to burp. So, no, you make the one that makes you more money.
Now, you would think that's common sense, but a lot of people get so caught up in the creative aspect of camming because it's fucking fun. We like to create stuff. This shit can be artistic as hell, but you need to maintain a steady income and then use extra time to do fun projects. So make the things that people want from you, not the things you want to give to people.
And I know that sounds harsh. And I can already hear someone going, but this is my art. Cool. You know why the stereotype of starving artists exists? Because it's their art. I understand that you want to make stuff you're passionate about. I get it. I have made stuff that I have been passionate about. Some of it has sold. I recently did a cosplay video that I was very excited about, but I knew that just me doing the cosplay and like giving a blowjob, while it was kind of what I wanted to do, I knew it wouldn't really sell because nobody was really interested in that sort of content for me unless there's an actual live dick. So instead I did a Pokemon cosplay video, but I did it with face sitting and farting. And as a result, I got to do the fun cosplay and make all of my stupid puns still. But it also sold because it was something that I know I could have done face sitting and farting in any pair of pants, wearing any shirt, whatever, and it would have sold. I put in the creative aspect, and that's a good way to blend stuff. And is it super fun to have to stand around and try to think of a way to like tone down your idea? No, but it's also not super fun to not have money to pay your bills. So it's a balancing act. And there is almost always a way to incorporate what you know sells for you with something cool and creative. Like a lot of people seem to think that you either make what sells or you make cool and creative stuff. You don't have to make that choice. I spent a long time making that choice. And you know what? It's bullshit. If I want to be a nurse because I have an idea for a medical clip and I'm going to fart on you, guess what? I've combined both things. I still get to have all my fun with the medical stuff. I love medical fetish stuff. It is so fun. But I also throw in something that I know is going to sell. So that's just my thing of being creative is fantastic. Being creative at the expense of income is not a great idea. I mean, maybe you'll feel more personally fulfilled, but like I feel most personally fulfilled when I have a savings account.
And food and lights on and water
and all those things
and shelter.
And let's be honest, my savings account right now has 41 cents, but that's a side topic.
So if you have limited time, focus on what you know works. And with limited time, I'm talking about you have your set hours. I hope. Especially this is easier for like models who like have kids and stuff like that to have a set schedule because they have to do it during a certain time. Some of us out here with kids, we're just like, I get up whenever I want and I start working whenever I want. So
I feel so attacked right now.
That's Katy.
10:30.
But trying to come up with a schedule and timing things and having a time when you do things, like you wake up at X time, you film from this time to this time, and you cam this time to this time is great because you'll know the time you have to work with, first of all. You won't burn yourself out by working too much, and you'll have your set specific off time, which feels great. So when you get on this schedule and things kind of become regular, because we really got to treat this like a regular job. If you want job output, if you want salary pay, you need to put in salary hours. So if you have limited time, focus on what you know works. Do you know for a fact, if you get on cam, you'll make more money than you would making a clip? And you need money for X thing. You should probably get on cam then. Do you know if you make a fart video instead of a burping video that it'll probably sell better? You should make your farting video. Focus on the things that works. So next, exploring new niches in a way that doesn't impact your current money flow is important. And Katy had a thing she wanted to share with you guys. So.
Private theory. So I did this a while ago. I don't know when I did it, but so I discovered that you kind of need to release 3 videos in a niche to figure out if it works or not for you. What I did with these videos was I picked a couple niches and did them sort of at the same time to figure it out, but I kind of did like a day where I filmed 3 videos in a niche, and then another day where I filmed 3 videos in a different niche. And I looked through, I have a video about how to choose fetish niches worth filming for you, and how I also have a video, I think, about how to come up with new ideas for content. Take a look at those to figure out what niches you could go into, that you could expand into, or things that you're interested in. Do a little bit of research and make 3 videos kind of in the template. Now I'm saying template. Do not copy someone's video. There's a difference between taking inspiration from and copying. when I put up my article about how to research new fetishes, I got some very rude emails from people who were like, why would you tell them to copy? And I was like, wow, you read that entire article and you got just copy the bestsellers. In fact, at like 5 different places, I said there's a difference between taking inspiration from and copying. But kind of look at the top sellers in that category and kind of come up with 3 ideas that sort of seem in the right thing. Film them all in one day, release them each one 2 weeks apart. Try those 3. If fucking none of them sell, boom, on to the next fetish. And that way you kind of take up one day of doing it. I filmed them, edited them, uploaded and scheduled them all in that day, because that way I was only kind of losing one day of filming. I wasn't like spreading it out and trying to get things together. In the case of one of them, it was glove fetish. So I went to thrift stores and pulled together a bunch of gloves and had everything available on the table behind the camera so I could just grab them between, swap the dress. You do need to make sure it's like 3 kind of different outfits at least. I did film 3 in one outfit and then promptly realized I'm an idiot. Even though you're not releasing them right away, if someone sorts your clip store by that fetish, they'll see 3 videos in the same outfit, which is not a great look unless you have a ton of that type of content. So yeah, do 3 videos, and you know what? If they don't sell, sometimes you just have to let them go. I really want to be good at vor. Nobody wants to see me doing vor videos. I really want to be good at giantess. Nobody wants to see me doing giantess. And sometimes you just have to make your peace with that. You make your 3 videos, you try it out. In the case of me and vor, you make more because you refuse to acknowledge it. Because you refuse to give up. And that way you haven't taken a ton of time. You haven't deviated too hugely from it. You get fairly quick response. I mean, within 6 weeks, you'll know if it's a fast moving fetish, where tons of new content is uploaded daily, then you can get away with spacing them out 1 week apart. But yeah, and that's how you figure it out. And it's just quick, it's in, it's out, it doesn't give you a lot of time to develop or take feedback or anything like that, but it will tell you whether or not you're going to sell in that fetish. And sometimes, for whatever reason, the customers in that niche just don't want you. And it's not like a reflection of your quality. It's just you didn't catch their eye the first time. You didn't catch their eye the second time. You didn't catch their eye the third time. It's time to move on.
And at the very least, you have content that's now out in this niche. So on the offhand chance some person does decide, oh, wow, that's different. This is a person I like in this niche. Now they know they can order custom content from you.
And also, down the line, like I had one that I put out 3 and nobody bought them. So I moved on from the fetish. But then all of a sudden someone bought one and then they came back and bought the 2 other videos. And then it happened a couple other times. And I was like, okay, wait. Obviously, it didn't work when I first put it out, but now I've got several people. And when you do have more content, like people will go and they'll buy one of your videos. If you're new to a fetish, they've never seen you before, they'll buy one. And they're like, ooh. And then they'll go look for more stuff like that.
And it helps to put your links in the description to similar videos.
Yes. Huge on clips for sale. Make sure you put links in the description of your videos to similar videos. I can't even begin to say how much my sales went up after that. Like I would say probably my sales almost tripled because I started getting people buying 2 and 3 and 4 videos at a time.
You can do it on clips for sale. You can do it on ManyVids. You can only put links in your description if they're on ManyVids. So
you can put links in your description on ManyVids?
Only if the link is to ManyVids, yes.
But I can.
Yes, you can. So 100%.
I have a lot of editing to do tonight.
So you can 100% do this on ManyVids and clips for sale. So if this isn't something you're already doing,
I want clips. Or it hasn't in the past.
So
but I Want Clips does its own thing where it pulls similar videos. See, ManyVids pull similar videos, but they're not all from you, which I find really fucking obnoxious. I Want Clips tends to have similar videos from you at the bottom, if I recall correctly. But anyway.
And then, so you've made these videos and you see maybe they work, maybe they don't work. If they don't work, they're sitting there, you're sad, they didn't make any sales. You're like, I need to get somebody onto these videos. So you're like, I'm going to have a sale. So sales and discounts can help you make more money, but is the sale worth it? Now, I'm going to talk about OnlyFans specifically right now because I swear to freaking God, I log on to Twitter every day and see at least 5 models selling access to their OnlyFans for less than $3.
Oh no, I'm still offended.
It gets worse.
I didn't sell for less than $3. No, I sold it for $0.
It gets worse. There are also people with tons of content up who give out their OnlyFans for free.
Fuck you. We're going to cover my rationale for it in a minute.
So, do you know, if you have a sale or free stuff, that the amount of people interested will make up for the financial loss you take by giving away the content at a lower or free price? If you give out something for free, do you know that there will be a decent chance of conversions? Now,
or where I can justify.
I just want to say, on OnlyFans, specifically, we're like almost all models are on OnlyFans or some fan club platform right now. Free trials do not auto-renew.
No, they don't.
That is a huge deal because I can see how someone would trick themselves into thinking giving stuff away for free would be helpful if you could at least hope that people would auto-renew on accident.
So just for context, one of the reasons that they don't auto-renew that way on OnlyFans is because one of the leading causes of chargebacks in the adult industry is auto-renewals for things like pay membership sites and stuff. So there is a reason that OnlyFans doesn't do that. And some countries are working on legislation to prevent sites from, not porn sites specifically, but all subscription sites from automatically signing you up after a free trial because it's seen as predatory. So there is a reason that OnlyFans does that. Like, yes, does it kind of suck because you're hoping they'll forget? Well, yeah, but you kind of also don't want to make money off people who are sort of like that happens to.
Well, they get happy to
try the free trial and plan to cancel after 29 days and forgotten.
Well, okay. My thing is, maybe if they forget to cancel, it's a happy surprise.
I know, but that is the reason they do it. And because there are countries and states and stuff that are currently looking at legislation like that, I'm guessing that's the reason that they did it. But yes, so sorry, continue.
So Daddy Dumbledore, whose name I love.
It's a great name.
So instead of doing discounts, I usually like to do like if you sub for 3 months and get a month free or something. I don't know why. I just like it better by adding something rather than cutting prices, which is a great tip. Adding value.
Oh, sorry.
What were you saying?
Oh, keep going.
Adding value is always the preferred method because you can estimate the loss you'll take on adding the one piece of content rather than the loss you'll take by kind of just pushing a sale on everybody. So if you have a piece of content or a cam show or whatever the hell you're adding as your content, in this case, it's an extra month for free, you at least know if someone takes you up on this deal, you're getting the full payment for your 3 months. Whereas if you do a sale, you have one person could join and then that's just a loss. Like that's done. It's a loss. You just lost however much. If you did 50% off, you lost 50% of your potential money and it sucks. So yes, adding value is a very smart way to do it. So that is actually a very good piece of advice.
And I've done it too. Rather than offering a discount on cam shows, I've done, if you buy a cam show with me during a specific period of time, I give you a free video, which was very popular, oddly. I didn't think it was going to be that popular, but I got a lot of new people from it. So it was kind of great.
That's actually a good question, Layla. What's better on clips for sale, linking a few specific clips or adding something along the lines of see other clips in this category and then a direct link to that category in your store?
So on clips for sale, I link to specific clips because the list of categories that you put it in appears underneath your clip description and is clickable. They didn't used to be clickable, so people would put other clips in this category. But now those links are all clickable, so they can then immediately just go to that category. So I took out linking, see all the other clips in this category, since those are now clickable. Take a drink every time I say clickable.
Clickable.
So yeah, I choose specific clips, especially because, you know, I know what's in them. So you can link stuff that may not seem directly related, but it is.
So this is Katie's tip. Use link trackers to keep tabs on your traffic when you do sales. So that can help you know your impact and if the sales are worth it. So if you aren't sure if you will have the impact that you want to have, you can actually test it.
So here's what I have learned. Run only one sale or discount or giveaway at a time. I see people who are like 75% off many bids and 20% off on my cam shows and OnlyFans is now $3. And I'm like, whoa, how are you going to manage all of that? Like, slow your roll. If you need money right now, there's better ways than just cutting prices on everything. But run one thing at a time so you can focus on what is converting and what is working. I personally do not find I get a lot of results doing sales on many bids. And I've seen so many models that seem to constantly have a sale on many bids. Like, why not just lower your prices?
Yeah, I had a sale and I made, I got like, I think 25 sales. It was fucking lit. But it's because I rarely do sales on many bids.
Right now, I'm doing something that has been a lot of effort. And I wish there was an easier way for me to do it, but I'm doing a different video every day. Is $3.99 on many bids, and I pin it and I send stuff out. It's been a lot of effort, but the sales have been really good. And I think it's because it's one thing to feature. It's very easy. It's right in their face. Also because I did it by the most popular videos I've made. So there's stuff that I already know is going to sell. I'm trying it. It's a thing we're doing. It's called Dixember. I thought it was a funny name, and then I came up with the name and then had to find a promotion to do for it.
I came up with my December promotion name too. She's pretty good at this.
I like wordplay. It's kind of my thing. So yeah, run only one at a time. And if you can use Bitly, I use Bitly just because it's easy, or similar link trackers.
And it's free.
Yeah, it's free. And you can customize stuff and you can save things and keep track. I use it for a lot of things. If you look at my Twitter right now, I'm using it to keep track of how many people I send to Club Stiletto because they're a studio that I've done some filming with and I want them to hire me again. So I want to be like, hey, look how much traffic I've sent you. Here's all the clicks. And it gives them a nice, easy thing so that all the traffic that I send them, they can then see in their traffic report and see that I'm sending them that because it's all from one link. But so use Bitly or similar link trackers. Also, if you want to do like a discount for Twitter. So what I've done in the past is given coupon codes for Twitter, Instagram, my Snapchat, my OnlyFans, whatever to many bids. You can see how many times those coupon codes are used. So if you want to do something like that and you're trying to see when I promote stuff on Twitter, are people going and buying things? That's one way you can do it, is rather than having a sale on everything because you don't know where all of those people are coming from, you can narrow down where people are coming from and who is actually buying your content and what you should put more time into.
So I just wanted to touch on these real quick. Daddy Double Whore and Layla both basically said the same thing, that people will mark your videos up for more than you want to charge and then have them constantly discounted to the actual price you want, which is a tactic because people get excited when they see sale. But
it's just Fashion Nova in porn. Like, stop.
So, imagine if you're shopping. Imagine if you're shopping, okay? You're shopping on Fashion Nova, we'll say, since Katy just brought them up. And you see a pair of pants, and it's marked down for $7.99, right? And then you go back, and the sale is over for a day, and it's $9.99. But then you go back, and it's on sale for $7.99. You're going to get it at the cheaper price. If this company continues to just constantly have sales, you're going to just wait until they have a sale because you know you can get those goddamn pants for $7.99. Like, why would you pay $9.99 for them? Now, that piece of advice it's kind of like, it's not great because then it devalues actual sales that you have. Your actual sales will no longer really have value because it's like, oh, I'm having a big sale, but you're always having a big sale.
I'm going to do this research and I'm going to write an article about this exact thing. And I'm going to like do actual research with academic shit because I want someone to prove that Fashion Nova and their constant sale and the countdown and the fact they just ridiculously mark stuff up just so they can claim it's on sale for 75% off. I would like to prove it's bullshit. That is my hypothesis, but we will do research and we will find out because I hate that advice.
It loses the drive. It loses the value of a sale. A sale is supposed to be an exciting thing that only happens once in a while.
Think of how excited you get for the Sephora sale. Like, bitch, I make a shopping list all year because Sephora has 2 sales.
Oh my God, no. Think of Black Friday. Everybody gets fucking hyped for Black Friday because everything's on sale. Well, most of the time, hey, it's not even really on sale. Just think
I mean, I see how that could maybe create excitement, but
the thing is,
I have opinions about this, but I don't have. I'd like to talk more about it with actual like evidence and research done because I feel like my gut instinct is to be like, no, stop this tomfoolery. But I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that's true. Maybe it is incredibly successful. I mean, for fuck's sake, Fashion Nova, people keep fucking buying Fashion Nova. So
I've tried it, Katie. I have tried it because I've followed this advice before because as usual, I try everything I see on the internet because, See,
I don't try this because it seems to very heavily be a many-vids thing.
Yes, I tried it on many.
Established. I'm not a many-vids girl.
Yes. So me and my friend Lilith, we create content together. We have created content together over like 50 freaking videos. So we had one video and it was long, but it didn't have a lot of sexual content in it. But we felt, due to the fact that it was so long, that we should have a higher price point for it. So when we initially launched it, we had it set higher. We realized it wasn't selling as well. So we decided to basically put it on perma sale, which was we would have it marked as on sale, but that was basically our price that we were charging for it. So rather than go in and change the price, we just put it on sale forever. That video sold like 5 times the following week after putting it on sale because it was on sale. So if they never see the original price though, the odds of them taking you up on the sale are much less likely than if you actually do have it up at original price for a while. Also, yes, a lot of people do feel bad when customers pay the full price just to see it on sale the next week. So that's another reason why having constant sales just drives people away from your full price. And when you come up with your prices for things, you should come up with 2 prices. You should come up with the price you want and the lowest you're willing to go. And this will help you guide yourself when you do sales so you don't undercut yourself and you don't undercut your customers.
Okay, the other thing is, one of Aerie's things that she didn't put thingies up on is, does giving this out for free or on sale benefit you in terms of money or more traffic? And is the traffic you will receive converting traffic? There you go. So I did a 7-day free trial on my OnlyFans. I gave out an unlimited number of free trials for like 24 days. People could sign up anytime during that 24 days and get a free 7 days. So we're waiting until the first kind of wave of rebills happen before we post the actual article about it, because we want to see how many people I retain from that first round of rebills. It was a fucking experience. I learned a lot. Like, don't give out an unlimited number. Step 1. Not unless you want like 120 DMs a day. I mean, at one point I had like fucking 500 followers. But like, no ma'am, I'm never doing that again. But don't freak out if you don't see immediate results. Especially, everyone's not online all the time. Especially if you've announce that it's going to go for a long period of time. In my case, I announced it would go for a month. I ended up stopping it a week early because I was going to have a complete nervous breakdown. Oh God. Oh, the stories I will tell in that article.
It was messy, guys. It was so messy.
I don't even know how many times I snapped Aerie like in tears. And I was like, I can't do this. And she was like, why'd you even do it to start with? I was like, listen, we've crossed that bridge.
It's already happened.
Back and wonder why I did this, because I'm already in this situation. Like, going back in time, not an option. Let's talk about how the fuck I'm getting out of this. So for me, that turned out to be an unbelievably invaluable traffic generator. It also has turned out to be unbelievably, I've made a shit ton of money off this. Like, there is no two ways about it. It's turned out to be extremely financially rewarding. I'm closing in on 100. I'm over 90 at last time I checked. I'm closing in on 100. I've gotten a lot of money off tips, off selling videos. However,
you're giving a lot away.
I gave a lot away. I have been on OnlyFans since April. I have had daily or near daily uploads since then. Videos, including full-length videos, photo sets, like there's over 1,000 pictures up. I'm probably closing in on 100 videos. I gave away a lot for free, which was a mistake in hindsight. But I also did not expect that many people to take me up on it. I did not think there were 400 people who wanted to see my naked butt. But it turns out for free. I mean, it should have occurred to me that, like, I have almost 12,000 Twitter followers. Yes, there's 400 people who want to see my butt, but you know, you live and learn. But I freaked out when I ended it because I didn't see immediate results. I ended it and I expected the next day, all those people who had free trials that were expiring, they were all going to fucking sign up. For about the first week after, I was like, I think I got one person in the first 7 days after I closed it. And I was like, I made $6 off of this. This has been the worst month of my life. However, it took people a couple days to be like, you know what I really miss? Opening OnlyFans and seeing that bum. The next few weeks were just wild in terms of joins. And sometimes it'll take a hot minute. I see people who run like 24-hour flash sales and stuff. That's tough because you don't know how often people are online. And apparently every tweet goes to somewhere between 5 and 20% of your Twitter followers will see it. 5 to 20%. That's it for any given tweet. So if you tweet once about a sale and you're like, all right, where's my 10,000, 4,000, whatever followers, like hitting that link, and you're not seeing it, it's because only a small portion of them saw it.
Yeah, next time you do a flash sale, use a link tracker and see what happens.
It's devastating. I did it for funsies. Y'all, if you're gonna do a flash sale, you got to build up to it. You got to heavy tweet. You got to get in RT groups. Like, you got to do a whole thing. So sales and discounts and giving out free stuff absolutely can work. Don't give out unlimited amounts of free stuff. Just please don't.
It worked out for Katy, but
like, I'm still recovering. Okay. Like, I still see you have a new message on OnlyFans in my email, and like, I have a triggering moment. Okay. Like, it took a while to recover. It was
a good starting price for OnlyFans. You're going to lose more fans when you go to raise your price than you will if you have your set price you'd eventually like to build to and just put it on sale until you get the following you want.
Yeah. So when I have a good thing. I had a really strong OnlyFans launch and then progressively lost people, which happens to everybody, by the way. One of the reasons, though, that I think happened is because I told people that they could get their first 30 days for $4.99 or something. But like, I started low, and then, but I knew I was going to charge $7.99. I'd done the math. That was the price I wanted. I knew that for me, with X number of subscribers, would be the amount that would motivate me and make it worth my time, my effort to post the amount of content I was looking at posting. There are a ton of models who have like a $3 OnlyFans. And what's really scary to me is when those girls post like, I'm in the top 50%. Because the top percentage is done on how much money you make and not how many subscribers you have. There are girls out there giving it away for $3. Imagine if you had a month with 10 people. I had a month where I got down to 4. 4 subscribers at $3 a pop. That's what, $2.75 per subscriber, something like that. It's like all the people that sold lifetime Snapchat for $10 and rapidly realized this is bullshit. If you are planning, well, I thought you were laughing at me for a second. I was like, rude. If you are planning to post daily content, and I don't just mean like 2 shitty blurry phone selfies. Like, there's some models out there who are giving away free trials that I signed up for, and I was like, I'm sorry, you want someone to pay $9.99 a month for this? Put in some effort. Put the toilet lid down. Clean your fucking mirror. You know, like, if you're going to be putting in some effort and you have the commitment, and be real with yourself about the commitment. Committing to post 7 days a week is tough. Even with queuing, you need a lot of content.
You don't need to do daily posts, by the way.
No, oh yeah, by the way, you don't need to do daily posts. If you're doing daily posts, $7.99 to $9.99 to me is pretty good. Now, I know there's a lot of, like, I temporarily joined a porn stars one just because I really like her. And she charges $15.99 a month and doesn't post daily, but she's also, I mean, she's got an AVN nomination, like a serious one, not like one where anybody can nominate you. So, ooh, that sounded mean. I take that back. I'm sorry, all the people who are nominated for AVNs. You're great, but you know what I mean? Like, she's a big fucking deal. Versus me, I'm a small fucking deal. But if you're gonna post like 2 or 3 times a week or something, then yeah, $3 a month might be it. Like, maybe that's kind of where you fit in. But it's, you know, it's tough. I would say price it higher than you expect, because you can always drop it down, and no one's.
You can always promote a sale, but it's harder to say I'm gonna bump my price up rather than I'm gonna put my shit on sale.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we're trying to figure out with these rebuilds for me, because people got 7 days for free. At one point, I had 400. I think I peaked at 489 followers, but I added over 500 people, but they all kept dropping off at different times because the 7 days, God, it was a fucking disaster. But it really was. Like, I had these neat graphs ready to go. I was like so set with tables, and it just turned into a shit show so fast. A lot of times, what I hear a lot of models say is they start with like a $4.99 sale, but then it goes up to $7.99. People just won't rebill at that amount. Because when you change your price on OnlyFans, something I learned actually, because Aerie gave me a subscription to hers. She gave it to me for free for a certain period of time, and then it goes up. Because you're on at the lower rate, you have to click, I accept the change of price to get rebilled for the next cycle. So it's not going to automatically rebill them. If you start at $4.99 for 30 days, they're not automatically rebilled at $7.99. They have to choose, confirm, I will rebill. So if you do an introductory thing, you do have to be prepared for people to drop off.
No, Daddy, don't.
Sorry. Oh, God. Sorry.
No. First, I'm going to answer this one. OnlyFans has a wider customer base because people see the stuff in a timeline. So it's kind of, they're, in my brain, they're almost not even comparable, because like OnlyFans is kind of like the new Snapchat. They open up Snapchat and they see all the models they have added. You know, that's kind of what OnlyFans has become. Just for Fans has so many more features than OnlyFans has that I can't even really compare them. If you're looking for an easy conversion, OnlyFans is definitely the easier conversion.
Yeah, OnlyFans is like Patreon with pussy, basically, in terms of how well known it is and that kind of thing. Just for Fans, I would say if you are a male and you're looking for a gay audience, Just for Fans could be for you. They have put a ton of effort into attracting top gay talent onto the platform. They've
and
brought
the creator fucking rocks. I love Dominic.
Dominic is great, and Just for Fans is a great platform. It offers a lot more. If you're looking for more of like an all-in-one kind of thing, where you can sell clips, where you, they're a little different.
Okay. So opinion on uploading all of your full clips onto OnlyFans. It's pretty common. Haven't done that. No. Lower price to your fans?
Yes.
Pay to view, sending them in a pay to view message? Yes. Creating a video menu where they can see the prices and they can tip for it on OnlyFans? Sure. Posting your full clips on there without anyone doing anything to really earn it? No.
No, because you know what? When you have 3 fans that month and you're uploading $10.99, $7.99, $8.99 videos and you're charging $7.99 a month, no. So I have put some full clips on OnlyFans. I have done them, honestly, some of them, it's ones that I really like that nobody fucking bought.
Exactly.
I have forced them to watch my failures.
That's a great place to put your clips that don't succeed.
It really truly is, including one of them where the comments under it are just humiliating because they're like, this is really terrible. They're like, but in a funny way. And I'm like, yes, looking back on it, I'm aware that I made every possible filmmaking error in this. But let's just all have a laugh about it, you know? Like, so I've put up stuff that's like really old. So I've been camming since 2013. I have videos that are filmed with a webcam that was not HD, like old shit. Yeah, I'll put that up there. Sure, it looks like I'm a potato filming with a potato, but like we can have a good laugh about it. So I've put up some of my first videos that I did. We've all had a chuckle. I put up, stuff that didn't sell. I put up stuff that I'm really proud of that still didn't sell. And I'm like, you know what? I made this. I liked it. Nobody else did. Here you go.
A big thing about OnlyFans and fan clubs in general is putting up a 2 to 3 minute long exclusive fan club video will get you more attention than putting up a 10 to 20 minute long video they can just buy anywhere.
Yeah.
Because what is the incentive to join? If they know, hey, I can just buy this whenever I want it.
Yeah. What I've done, one thing I've done is cut trailers, like a 2 to 3 minute preview of
extended previews.
Extended preview of a longer video. In my case, some of my boy girl and girl stuff. And I've posted that trailer and then be like, if you want this whole video for X amount, DM me. And then guys, they can watch the 2 or 3 minute video and they're like, damn. And then they DM me and get it for half price or something, depending on what video it is and whatever. Or they can just enjoy the trailer.
I do the same thing, but I don't say DM me. I say, hey, I'm sending a hot message to your DM right now with this video in it. And they see the video preview and then they go to their DM and then I already sent out the mass pay to view message because
so I saw that and did it, but I still underneath it put DM me anytime because when people join afterwards and are then scrolling through, they won't have that message. But then they can just DM me, which is something that's happened several times.
Well, that's a pain in the ass because you have to upload it individually every time.
Yeah, it's not really that bad, but it's
not that bad for the money. But I'm just saying.
It doesn't happen a ton, and they've already said. And also, I'm doing like with December, I'm doing the different video for $3.99 every day. My OnlyFans guys can DM me any day this month and get any of the videos. So I had someone who just joined yesterday and is like, oh my God, can I get day? Because I've been posting a GIF or a little video preview of each of them and been like, hey, DM me to get it for $3.99. This guy was like, oh my God, I just joined. Can I get day 3 for $3.99? I was like, yep. So for them, it's like an extra special bonus of they can get that discount price anytime. Whereas for everybody else, it's only available for that day.
If you do something like Katy's doing, it might help to upload all the videos you're planning to pay to message to Google Drive because OnlyFans does allow you to use Drive links.
Or you can just upload them individually because you're me and an idiot. Yeah, I tend to like take on sales and projects that are like a lot of work because I don't have enough to do. But yeah, and here's a reason why you don't want to upload all your full clips on OnlyFans. I have not yet had any of my content ripped from OnlyFans. However, I recently had all of my ManyVids content ripped. by someone who bought a membership on ManyVids and stole all my content and posted it on pirate sites. Yay! Let's not talk about that because I don't have any alcohol in the house right now.
And also the full clips. What is to prevent someone from saying, hey, I'm going to join? So you're established for a few months. They join, they see all these full clips. They say, oh, okay, that's what's going on here. Cool. They watch them all. They fucking screen cap them, save them, and then unsubscribe. And then like 3 months later, they're going to go back through, do the same thing.
Yeah. So like the person who stole from my ManyVids, I don't know who it is. They probably bought a 1 month. I've had a lot of 1 month memberships on my ManyVids. They watch everything. They download what they want. They view it all, whatever. That's it. I mean, yeah, they can stay and join, but like, unless you're charging more, like even pay sites, like they only put up like maybe 3 or 4 videos a month. They charge like $15.99 to $29.99. Like OnlyFans is more social media-ish. So photo sets, I try to do like one kind of exclusive video. Sometimes it's just a vertical one with my phone and me talking dirty. Sometimes it's audio. Sometimes it's me playing a ridiculous song like a Celine Dion medley and stripping while singing along, because for some reason my fans seem to think it's hilarious that I listen to weird fucking old people music or something. I don't know. They seem to find the Celine Dion ones are my most popular ones. Why? I don't know. But you're not offering a membership site. If you want to offer a membership site where you upload all of your videos and everything, look into something like Model Centro. It's a little bit different. They have more robust protection, hopefully, from piracy, but we don't know. I think the people that upload all of their full clips onto OnlyFans, what's a good way to phrase this? Maybe newer to the industry and are definitely undervaluing their work, and they may not be people who are thinking as much in the long term as you could be. Is that a nice way of saying?
Full-length clips hold their value forever. If you film a video and it is in HD, not filmed on a potato, it will hold that value you pick for it for the rest of its life. It doesn't go down with time. It stays the same. Videos are like the one thing in the whole world I can think of that like one day I will die, but my porn could still sell.
Oof, we need to talk about estate planning for models with regards to intellectual property. I have to go see a lawyer next year about that.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, that's a whole other kettle of fish. But
so
yeah,
don't undercut yourself, because these videos, they live on.
They do. And you know what? I mean, I don't sell anything from 2013 anymore because, like I said, I had an actual potato. I filmed with a potato. I plugged it in, put the little clock digits up. The clock was running. The potato was filming with the party. So I don't sell stuff from 2013. But when I got an HD, I still sell stuff that I recorded on an HD webcam. I still sell videos from that all the time. Like long before, I only upgraded to a camcorder last year.
Okay, speaking of.
Okay. Aerie will talk about this from the perspective of equipment upgrades are good. I will then tell you why you should love potatoes.
Okay, so equipment upgrades, are they necessary? Now, you guys being models probably have not seen my old content, but in my old content, I am a pixelated potato blur. So was an equipment upgrade necessary at that time? Yes. Now, the past few years, when I've gone from HD camera to HD camera because one has like 12 more autofocusing points and I really thought that fucking mattered, was that necessary? No. Was it my money either? No. Are equipment upgrades necessary? If it's in HD is the standard now. So if it's in 720p and above, it's really fucking not.
Hey, hold on. You were supposed to talk about how to decide to do equipment upgrades and that, and I was going to shit on them.
Okay.
Rude. You're taking my spot.
If you're in under 720p, upgrade your equipment.
Yeah, if you're seriously, don't film shit at 480p.
Because your phone can film, and most phones actually, like a lot of them go up to 4K now.
And mine doesn't, because I don't buy new shit every year because an upgrade is not necessary. But even my phone, which is I think 2 or 3 years old at this point, this phone in particular is not 2 or 3 years old, but the model is, because again, even when I upgrade, I don't upgrade to the newest thing. You're talking to someone who still uses clamp plates. Even this films in 1080p, and it's a model that's 2 or 3 years old.
So if you have a phone that's like 3 years old or newer, you really don't need to buy like a dumb fancy camera. You don't need to buy a dumb fancy camcorder. I mean, if you're planning on one day, if this is your art and your craft, and you have the extra money to do it because you attain like mass success doing whatever, then whatever, buy whatever the fuck you want. But as a model who is doing this just to do it, to make the content, you don't need. Katy, you talk.
I'm going to read out word for word what Aerie wrote, because she's skipping out. Hey, fuck you stole my Star Wars thing. Why am I echoing? Aerie, mute yourself.
I'll mute myself. Yeah.
So Aerie said, do you need an upgrade or do you want an upgrade? Will you raise your prices enough to accommodate these upgrades? And if so, will your customers continue to pay when your prices go up? Is an upgrade really necessary, and or would it get you more paying customers to offset the money that you're paying out? Now, here's what I wrote. You do not need an upgrade. Repeat, you do not need an upgrade. There is a ceiling to prices, and this is not fucking Star Wars. It is fat material. It sounds cruel, but don't be out here acting like you're going to get a cinematography Oscar. There are free resources for things like upping your editing, improvements in your scripting and presentation will also be less expensive and will pay off more. Unless you're working with a fucking potato, stop blaming your equipment. So I have a camcorder. Most models who move from filming with their webcam, which is what I did for several years, to something else, move to a DSLR, which in Canada costs $900 and up, more like $1,200 and up once you talk about lenses. You also need an audio thing. For me, I did need to upgrade from filming with a webcam. The picture was fine, but for me, I do a lot of fart content. The audio on my webcam was not good enough. And because of the logistics of filming with a webcam plugged into a laptop, I was also struggling some with angles and things. So when I started looking at it, I was like, I'm going to get a DSLR. All these bad bitches, they got DSLRs. I'm going to go out and get that. And then I looked at the price and I was like, oh, hell no. And so I started looking at camcorders, and I'm not talking professional level camcorders. I'm talking like the shit you see the dad at the side of his son's soccer practice. Well, not anymore, because now I guess they just hold up their phone. But so I was looking for a camcorder that had decent audio. So I ended up picking up a camcorder for $300. It has lasted me until now. I am still looking into ways to upgrade my audio because guys always want to hear every little hiss of your butt gas. But that's something I'm looking at separately because image-wise is fine. Now, could it be better and more perfect? Yes, absolutely. But for me, financially, I could probably handle spending $1,200 on a camera. But why would I? There's no reason for me to do it. Now, I just bought a ring light. I did not get more lighting for a long time, but I'm really struggling now to film in the winter. My days are just so short, and when it comes to all the other obligations that I have outside of just camming and filming, I no longer have enough daylight. So I bought a ring light, but I researched it and I looked it up and I waited to see if there were other ways that I could do it. You don't need to upgrade. And if you're feeling like you're not making money because you're not upgrading, look at everything else first. upgrading my editing software made my videos substantially better without costing me $1,200. It cost me, I think I got it on sale for like $60.
Are you talking about Filmora?
I'm talking about Filmora, which Aerie.
I also use Filmora. So I just, on this topic right now, kind of along
perfect
is
time.
Premiere Pro really needed, or is free editing software good enough? Free editing software, so like Windows Movie Maker. If you're just starting off and don't know if your clips are going to sell well, use Windows Movie Maker.
If you don't have any clips, don't fucking buy editing software.
Now, along the line, hey, you might be like, I want to use a green screen, or, you know, I want a pretty little introduction, and maybe free software isn't doing that for you. You definitely do not need Adobe Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro.
Time out. Along the lines of you don't need Adobe Premiere Pro, if I see one more fucking model say, I need to get an Apple laptop so that I can get Final Cut Pro, fuck them. No, you don't need, Final Cut Pro is not the only editing software. Okay, press play on Aerie again.
Adobe Premiere Pro is so fucking hard to use that between the money you're going to invest in it and the time you're going to invest in learning how to use all the shit on there, you're going to be losing like way more money than you would if you just bought like Filmora Wondershare, which me and Katy both use. It has green screen functionality. You can fuck with the colors a little bit. It does the damn job. You don't need to, like, there's crazy people out there doing special effects and shit, and that's because this is their fun. This is their art. These are also people who are making hundreds and thousands of dollars like on cam and doing all that shit. Like, yes,
and that's the problem. You need to spend on upgrades to your level.
Do the top models buy the fancy ass shit? Do you see? Yes. Does Lana Rain use Adobe Premiere Pro? Yes, she does. But that's because she's adding fucking floating flower petals into her beautiful cosplay videos, which are beautiful. Do you personally need to do that?
You have to make sure. So one thing that I did before I bought the camcorder, and I know everybody's like, oh my God, it was $300. Get over yourself. I have a lot of debt. So when I talk, a lot of people see and they kind of figure how much money I'm probably making. And they're like, why is this bitch talking about how to DIY like clamp lights? Like, bitch, go buy yourself some lights. I have a lot of debt and I'm prioritizing paying down debt because one day I want to fucking move and I want to buy a goddamn house. I'm going to have to move to the middle of nowhere because high Canada housing prices are nuts. Yes, I use DaVinci Resolve. It's free and super good. Highly recommend. I do want Filmora eventually, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I stuck with Windows Live Movie Maker until I really started having, I'm pale as hell, and lighting me for videos is really hard when I'm showing a lot of skin on white walls because I'm not allowed to pay my apartment. So I upgraded eventually, and you are so much more critical with your clips than the dude just trying to get off. Oh my God. So honestly, it's the same thing. It's not Star Wars. Like this, I like to make clips that are visually attractive. I like to make clips that have interesting scripting. I like to try to say different things. I love role play videos. I really enjoy performing for the camera. I love filming. I love the actual filming. I hate editing. Hate. Which is why you may never see me use something like Premiere Pro, because the idea of spending more time at the computer editing is my idea of hell.
I had to use it one time to edit VR content because there's not a lot of editors out there that support VR, and I wanted to fucking smash my face into my desk.
Like, and for me, with editing software, I did move beyond Movie Maker. I wanted to add some different transitions. I want to be able to do green screen, and I wanted to be able to color correct because, again, pasty, and occasionally I disappear into the wall, and I wanted to be able to correct a bit for that. So I moved up to something. One of the things you have to remember with things like Premiere Pro is you pay for them every month. So you're like, oh, it's not a big deal. It's $20. But like over the course of a year, that's $240. Oh, and next year, like, you don't have it. Filmora, one of the reasons that attracted me to it, in addition to the fact that I can just bug Aerie if I'm confused, which is very helpful. It's just built-in support. But it does everything I need, but it doesn't do anything I don't need. And once I pay for it, it's mine. So like Adobe, you pay for it every month. So, okay, so this year you paid $240 for it. Next year you're going to pay another $240 for it, or however much it is. And for me, that just wasn't reasonable. I was more interested in like, okay, one time I got it on sale. I think Aerie might have given me a coupon code or something.
Yeah, I found a coupon to get it $20 off.
Yeah, so I got it for like $60. And that was it. I paid for it. It's done. I've bought some effects packs off it and stuff for like cool titles and things. I occasionally buy one of those. They're like $3 or whatever. But I don't need tons of fancy stuff. Because the best way for you to improve your videos is not with your equipment, it's with your own performance. It's with the actual content of the video. And that is why my old content that has echoey, weird audio, terrible lighting in some cases, that content still sells for me. Not because the image is beautiful. Like the image is there and it's very important to it, but it's because of the content. And you will get a lot more out of videos if you focus on the content of your videos and not the technical specifications.
Okay, so Katie, do you know the answer? Does Clips for Sale have good?
Oh, none of them fucking do.
None of them fucking do.
Your clips are going to get stolen. They're going to get posted, and you're going to go through a shit ton of headache trying to get them taken down. If you cannot handle piracy, you cannot handle being in porn.
You're welcome, BlackBerry. I'm glad that you.
Yes, it's good, right? Like, and it's simple, and it doesn't take like you don't need 5 years and 12 Skillshare courses to learn it. Every time I fucking see a YouTuber being like, sign up for Skillshare to learn Adobe, I'm like, or use something that's not very complicated, because chances are all the wannabe YouTubers only have like 3 subscribers, and it's their mom and 2 bots.
All right.
Wow, I didn't know that was in me.
So you've got your equipment settled, you've got all your stuff, you've maintained your income, you're making a consistent amount every month that you're comfortable with and paying your bills. That is the point you have to get to before this next step. Okay? Please make sure you have enough money to pay all of your bills. And then...
Yeah, and if you can't pay your bills, yo, don't buy a new camera. Like, just don't. It's not going to pay off. If you are financially unstable, investing in your equipment is not going to make you financially stable. This is something that I see so many models do, and you have to get yourself to a point of like basic stability, where like you know where your next meal is coming from before you start investing in equipment. If you do not have a stable situation right now and you cannot afford basic necessities, focus on getting on cam and making money that way, and just push content creation to the side for now, because content creation is a slower build. It does sometimes require a bit more equipment and stuff. Just please do not, oh, it drives me crazy when I see girls who are in, and guys who are just in unstable situations, and they're like, I need to invest in my business to grow. Just please do not make me have that heartburn moment.
The best investment you can make in your business is dedicating time.
And time is like more or less free.
Like it's not free.
It's not free, but like it is.
If you
that's just my thing, where like it breaks my heart when I see people who are really struggling, who think that they have to upgrade their equipment to make the money. And I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't. I survived with a potato for 3 years. You can too. And I mean, now, there's a lot of people who would look at my camcorder's quality and be like, bitch, you still use a potato. Which, like, it's fine. It works. And would I like to upgrade to a DSLR? Yes.
Do you want
it? But I also frequently browse real estate listings to remind myself, and I sent one to Aerie today that I was like, I'm moving here. Goodbye.
How much does it cost to ship things to you? I'm going to just give you my old DSLR.
Please don't, because you know what? Here's the other thing. I wouldn't fucking know how to use it. There are so many settings on my camcorder that I still haven't figured out after over a year. Like, some of us are just not tech savvy, and some of us get easily frustrated and don't figure things out. And what's the point of having all the settings? Like, there is a way to white balance on that bitch. I just don't know how.
Yeah,
and I tried to learn it with the user manual, and I was like, fuck it. So now I just fix it in post, which don't try to fix everything in post. It can't be done.
try to get the best quality you can during your filming, and then minor alterations in post. Yeah. Okay, so you're making consistent money. Now it's time to grow. We have 4 comments in the live chat, so I'm just gonna look at them real quick. Boop, boop,
Yeah,
boop,
because
boop.
mine keeps disappearing, so I haven't even bothered to click on it anymore.
I've been trying to like bring up all the comments on the screen so you can see them. So you're ready to grow now. So when making plans for growth, focus on minimum input for maximum output, or you might get burned out. So you are at a point where you're making the money you need and everything. So why the hell would you add more to your workload than you need to, because you're just gonna be tired? And then
me as an example, right now I make enough money to pay my bills, and I'm also paying down my debt at the speed at which I agreed to do so. So, you know, the bank's happy, everybody's happy, I'm making my payments on time, it's more than the minimum, so I'm going to get out of debt at a given date. But why would I now want to take on more? Well, maybe you want to buy a house, maybe you want to start a family, maybe you want to fucking go to Mexico, Jamaica, Europe, Australia, wherever. Like, you've got your needs covered now, maybe you want some wants. Tell me how to cover my wants, Aerie.
Okay, so usually a one-time investment of time promoting old content, setting up affiliate programs, can return long-term profit. So rather than putting in extra time every day, you can take one day to set up affiliate programs, to set up queued promotions for your old content, and this can return long-term profit. Rather than you extending your workday, you instead shift some things in one day, take a day to set up all this crap, a white label, get into the affiliate side of things, whatever, and then it's set up. It's good to go. And then you're good.
One thing that has been hugely successful for me, and that I actually have a day scheduled next week. Oh shit, next week's Christmas. Week after next. How are we this close to Christmas? My tree is not even up.
Bitch. My hat.
I'm hosting Christmas at my house. My fucking tree is not up. My family is traveling here. Like, I'm in denial, like so hardcore. They arrive on the afternoon of the 23rd. I'm pretending Christmas is not happening right now. So one thing is, as you make more content, it's really easy to promote new content. Most of the sites that you upload to automatically tweet things out. Re-promoting old content is the easiest fucking money you will make. Make yourself a whole bunch of tweets that are just, keep the links. I copy and paste them. I have a huge document of old content to re-promote. I've got it divided by fetish, because I tend to like link a couple of different fetish videos along with a GIF that's representative of my content in that. Re-promote it. Old shit flies off the shelves. Like, because there's always a guy who's just discovered you, hasn't seen your back catalog. It's the easiest way to make more money off of your content, because, you know, okay, so you release one new video a week or whatever you've come to.
Your back catalog is clouded at that point, and nobody's gonna sift through all of that. I have a bestseller that I unpinned and it automatically went to my last page on accident, and it hasn't sold since then.
Yeah, and I've got hundreds of videos. I have more than 500 videos on ManyVids. I have more than 1,000 on Clips for Sale because I post 2 formats, but I've got more than 500 videos. And especially on sites with like ManyVids, they're fucking hard to sort through. It is very difficult to find what you want. So by re-promoting stuff on Twitter, through MV Flyers is a great way to re-promote old stuff. I don't know how successful it is, but I've had a couple sales from that. Things like that, like new sales, but so does a re-promoted back catalog. And if you schedule tweets to come out every day of like a different old video of yours with a GIF and stuff, you can schedule all of that easily in an afternoon. Have it scheduled for months in advance, and then you just sit back and money rolls in. That's, people sometimes call clips passive income, and it's not passive obviously when you're making and uploading and blah blah blah. Like, it's not true passive income. Well, it is, because you do it once and then you can sell it an infinite number of times. Unlike camming, where it's very constrained to time and you have to physically be there. Clips, we've all had that morning where you wake up and it's like, you've sold 5 videos and you're like, I was sleeping. I didn't do anything for that.
Nothing feels as good as waking up to like video sales and just being like, I made money.
Like, if that isn't the best thing, like you're having your coffee and you just open your email and you're like, yeah, bitch, already made $20. Like, even if it's not a huge amount, you're just like, I did that while I was sleeping, y'all.
You're like, someone just out to me while I'm dreaming.
And also looking at non-performing things for a couple of reasons. Number one, there are times when you're not able to get in front of a camera. Maybe you have a cold sore. Maybe you have a family thing. Maybe your entire face is broken out in a huge rash because it turns out you're allergic to your own saliva. That last one's really specific. Hi, I don't want to talk about it.
Maybe you're just mentally ill and having a day where you feel like you can't speak to a person.
Yeah. Or, you know, you're moving, you don't have access to stable internet, all sorts of reasons that you're not able to physically get on camera. Non-performing stuff you can still do, stuff like promoting old content, but also affiliate work, white label work. That is stuff that you can do without performing. And when you look at stuff like that long term, especially if you get really heavily into affiliate programs and stuff, if you look at our last podcast where we talked about campsites with API, where you kind of like build your own campsite, where it's not like a direct white label, it's a little bit different. Things like that. I mean, one day you may want to retire from actively performing. I mean, I'm talking about different from like your retirement where you're like, nah, fam, I'm done working. But you may want to retire from actively performing. There are all sorts of reasons people have for retiring from performing, but one day that might be you. And starting to look at options like affiliate work, white label stuff, that can start to be a source of income that you build and build until eventually maybe it gets to a point where you can retire from actively performing, actively creating content.
Oh, hey, and also while you are still actively creating content, you can record yourself doing everyday things that you personally don't think are adult related, but someone will jerk off to. You pee like what? How many times a day do you pee? Like 3 to 7? I guess it depends.
I drink a lot of water. I'm a bad example. I tried to fart, but I don't think it was loud enough to be picked up.
So you pee a lot in a day. So imagine if every time you went to pee, which you're going to do anyway, obviously. I don't think you're just going to hold your piss all day for funsies. You just happen to take out your camera and record yourself peeing. And then 4 days later, you got 3 pees, so like 12 pees altogether. And then you clip those pees together, and boom, you have a nice pee video.
And also, don't expect stuff like that to sell a lot. I see this advice all the time of like, you have no idea. If film yourself toothbrushing, you'll make money. You're not going to make a ton of money off this stuff.
But you're doing it anyway. So if you're looking for a way to make just a little extra random money, there are everyday things. If you're sitting in bed gassy as hell, record some farts. If you get the hiccups, record
your hiccups, dear sweet baby Jesus. Record your hiccups.
I was just the number 2 clip in hiccups the other day.
All of my hiccup videos are me with no makeup on right before bed because I only get hiccups when I am overly tired. All of my hiccup videos are me in bed, sometimes with the flashlight on my phone because I don't want to turn the light on for whatever dumbass reason. And I get comments like, oh, could you wear makeup next time? And I'm like, listen, bitch, these are real.
Yeah, so you don't plan hiccups. I'm lucky that the last time I got hiccups, I had makeup on.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, it's because whenever I drink Sprite or Red Bull, if the Sprite is from McDonald's, I get hiccups.
Excuse me, I need to go to McDonald's, BRB. But yeah, so stuff like that.
Thing. Yes, everything is a thing. That's the point I'm making here.
Everything is a fetish is the point Aerie's making. I'm saying don't expect to pay your rent with that theory, but okay.
Okay, but as an extra thing, if you're looking for just extra ways to make money, there are there's a fetish for everything. Look, go to clips for sale, click the category button, and just fucking scroll through that bitch, because your mind will first of all be fucking blown at
But
the
also go through that list. One way to decide a category is not fucking worth it, because you can add a category by request on clips for sale. And sometimes models request stuff that you're like, what? And sometimes it turns out to be, hi, I'm the person who requested hairy ass on clips for sale, by the way. You're welcome. Hey, look, it's a very popular category. Look, so what you want to do, if you go and it says like top 50 clips and there's 3 videos, that means there's like no sales in that category. And there is no point to uploading in it. If you go and it has a full 50, then it's a category worth doing. There are several where there's like 3 or 4 videos on that top 50 list. And that means that nobody's buying shit. Nobody's producing it. Nobody's buying it. Don't do it unless it's a custom video and you're reselling it.
Yeah. Hey, everybody that's saying you didn't know hiccups were a thing. My clip is number 10 in hiccups right now. So
yo, they're a thing. I have one on my phone. I'm really excited. I filmed it last week. I just have to take it off my phone and do it. Yeah, hiccups are a thing. However, hiccup guys will spot a faker a mile off.
Do not fake hiccups.
Yeah, because hiccup guys, they ain't falling for it. Hiccup guys and fart guys, if you fake it, they are fucking on to you.
I'll hiccup aggressively the entire time I set up the camera, and the moment I click the button, poof. And that's why equipment doesn't matter, because if you just took out your damn phone and recorded it immediately as it was happening, you'd be good to go.
That's the thing, like, when I get hiccup fits, they last forever. I will get a 15-minute video out of them. Also, if you can remember things like when you hiccup, if you remember, I'm usually exhausted when I get them, because like I said, it's when I've been up for like 20 hours and I'm so tired, I feel like I'm going to die. If you talk dirty while hiccuping, they fucking love it. Also, if you do a hiccuping countdown at the end, they fucking love it. That's just free advice from me to you.
Yeah, I did hiccuping jerk off instruction.
Oh God, that would be good.
I have 2.
Yeah, no. But the thing is, in the past, I've been like, oh my God, I have the hiccups. I know they're going to last for a while. I've put on makeup and everything and then turned it on, nothing. So I've just come to the conclusion they're just going to see this face. They're going to see me in bed, terrible lighting, because I have lamps next to my bed that I love, but that are not flattering for filming in any way, shape, or form. They make me look orange.
If you're doing a time-sensitive thing, worry less about what you look like, especially with like bodily function things. Like
bodily function thing, honest to God, because they want real stuff, they don't care. Like, guys have been like, could you put on some makeup? And I've replied, I'm really sorry. I only get them when I'm very tired, so I don't ever have makeup on. It doesn't seem to affect it. Maybe one day it'll happen when I'll have all my makeup on, but I doubt it. And guys who are into bodily functions, they get it. I do 7-day toilet diaries where I just record myself every time I go to the bathroom. And guys see me in full glam. They see me in end of a cam shift sweaty. They see me with no makeup on at 2 o'clock in the morning when I walk in there, and I only have the night light plugged in because I'm not fucking turning the light on in my eyeballs at 2 o'clock in the morning. So there are fetishes where they genuinely don't give a flying fuck if you have makeup on or not. And bless those fetishes, because otherwise I couldn't sell them.
I mean, a lot of times we think makeup matters, but even in just regular videos, just vanilla videos, like makeup isn't that big of a deal. Like, you care more about your acne and that little spot you can see than anybody else is going to. My friend freaked out over a pimple on her butt. She did a video and she's like, I don't want to sell it. And then it's sold like hotcakes. So
if you ever have a video, like, don't trash any of your footage without really good reason. Like, I have a video of my butthole, and to this day I am upset by it because there is a piece of toilet paper stuck in the crack. It is very small and it is not actually on my butthole. The whole time, because we have to watch it like 5 times through to edit, right? The whole time I was editing, I was like, I hate my entire life. Why am I not dead? I should just jump out the window. This is horrible. No one's going to buy this. I can't release this. There is a fucking piece of toilet paper on my butt crack. You know what? Nobody cares.
Katy has been in the industry for years, Catherine.
Yeah, hi. I have been doing this since 2013. I at one point was uploading videos almost daily, but I've been around. Your girl has been around. Yeah, I'm an old hoe at this point. I'm 6.5 years now, so
500 videos isn't that crazy.
yeah. But I mean, if you think 365 days times 6 years, and I just hit 500 too. Hang on, I'm just gonna figure out.
Almost 7 years.
No.
When did you start?
In the fall.
Okay.
So there's 2,190 days. I've been camming for longer than that because it's more than 6 years, but that's a video every 4 days. On average, that's not bad.
And some of them are probably cam show recordings.
Oh, some of them are total shit. Like, some of them are from when everybody was like, if you blow your nose, fucking record it. You know? And so, like, there's crap up there. There's probably stuff up there that I really wish I just deleted. Yeah, I mean, clips are a fairly large part of my income as well. I wouldn't say they're half, not anymore. When I uploaded 3 to 5 videos a week, they were fully half of my income. Camming is more now. And I also write for sites like Webcam Startup and stuff. But I would say clips are still a fairly decent chunk of my income, maybe a fifth probably. But at one point they were fully half of my income. So, so it depends on what else you've got going on.
If clips are the things you focus on, you have the time to definitely do one a day. So that.
Oh yeah, and
that makes sense.
My videos also used to be a lot shorter. Right now, I'm not doing a ton of filming because my whole life is just in complete chaos. I've got a lot going on in my personal life.
I feel like everybody on the podcast and Model Help Show is just like, Katy's life is falling apart.
It's not falling apart, okay? It's like, you know when you make a Jell-O mold and you feel like it's set and you flip it over on the plate and you lift it up and it just goes onto the floor? That's where my life's at right now. I thought it was set. We're going through it. You know, we've had some family deaths. We've had some family drama. We have my brother who's a shit rat. And then I had some stuff going on with volunteering where I had to step up and take a bigger role. And then
it's okay because I'm going to punt your brother into the sun.
Oh my God, he's being the worst. He sent me like 7 text messages today and I haven't even read them. I don't fucking care. He's coming here for Christmas and I'm going to punch him in person. Actually, I'm going to try really hard not to drink when I'm around him because otherwise I might actually punch him. But no, you don't think you have a lot of videos because it doesn't seem like you're putting out tons of videos, but it adds up. This year is probably the lowest number of videos I've ever released.
When I was focused on clips and not cam, I could easily make 30 to 40 clips a month because it's, 1 or 2 a day. And if that's all you're doing, then your clips are going to pile up so much faster.
Yeah, like I had 2 years where I did kind of somewhere between 3 and 7 a week.
Mm-hmm.
And that adds up real fucking fast. So, yeah, and I mean, next year I'd like to get back to at least 1 a week. But to do that, I have to get slightly more organized, including fixing some of the furniture in here because currently my desk is held together with duct tape, so I can't move it to film. And it's currently in a really unfortunate spot, but if I move it, we're fucked and I have no desk. I broke a monitor trying to move this desk, so
So our next show will be on January 14th, 2020. We'll be seeing you in the new year. Do you guys have any final questions before we end this one? And I'm really thinking the next one is probably going to be SEO related. Not 100%.
SEO and personal website related, I think, will be our next one.
We're not 100% sure on the topic yet, but we usually come up with it and start to plan it like, next few days. So we will definitely post about it. We might even do like a Twitter poll or something to see what you guys would be most interested in.
Oh my God, if we do an SEO and personal website one, I guess I have to finally update my website.
Maybe.
I haven't worked on my website in so long that I don't even have my OnlyFans link on there. Like, talk about a fucking fail.
My website's updated.
Well, I was having fun editing it and updating it, and then I accidentally broke it. And all of my menus disappeared. So then I just abandoned it for like 5 months.
AerieSaunders.com.
Please don't go to KatyChurchill.com. I don't know if the menus are there anymore.
And as always, webcamstartup.com is up. If you guys have any questions that we didn't get to today, or if you just want to search up something, we have just hundreds of articles on there with guides and all sorts of different stuff to help out. So anything you want a little more in depth, you can find on webcamstartup.com. And also, just so everybody knows, our next live podcast was canceled because, as you heard Katy say, she's hosting family. I'm also hosting family as well on the 26th. So our next live podcast has been canceled. It's going to be pre-recorded, but at the end of the month, we will be coming out with our 2019 like best of recap. And then on our next live podcast, which will be January 9th, we will be covering our 2020 predictions. So you're going to get pre-recorded for the next 3 podcasts. Our apologies, but holidays happen.
Apologies, but also not really.
Yeah, not really. I mean, we're people. We just
Nobody put up a fight to make it happen. Because I was just like, well, I'm not doing it because what the fuck am I going to do with my family? Just be like, sit out there with my cat who's a douche nozzle without me to pull him off of you while I talk about porn for like.
So, in the meantime, if you have any questions you can't find answers to, you can always reach me and Katy on Twitter, or you can email me, Aerie@webcamstartup.com, or Katy@webcamstartup.com, although I'm usually the one to go to for questions. You might have something more specific for Katy that Katy has more knowledge of. I can always forward you her way.
Unless you're asking about Skype and like truly like that kind of indie cam modeling, your best bet is to go to Aerie.
Yeah. And you can also get to me by going to webcamstartup.com. The contact form goes straight to me. There's no in between. It comes straight to me. I also manage the live chat there. It's very easy to find me if you have questions. So we will
go ask Aerie on the live chat.
Don't do that. So we will see you on January 14th with our next live model help show. And then we will see you on January 9th, which is a few days beforehand, for our next live podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in, and have a great holiday and start of your new year.
Try to survive. And remember the 3 rules as a sex worker of spending time with your family. Don't overshare. Try not to drink too much to avoid oversharing, and make an escape plan.
And hide the dildos. That's all.
Oh God, that too. Hide the dildo. Oh